Okay, guys, we're going to start on section C, the challenge of natural hazards. Okay, so firstly, we've got figure one. Let's just have a quick scan of this. So we've got our key here. We've got our constructive plate margin, destructive plate margin, other plate margin, and our dots are active volcanoes. We can scan the map. We can see we've got a range of destructive, constructive. We've got active volcanoes around the Pacific Ocean, etc. Amazing. Move on to the next question. Okay, using figure one, which one of the following statements is true? So the best way to approach these questions is always go through the process of elimination, find out what it's not first. So I'm looking at my map, you should be looking at yours as well. All active volcanoes occur in lines. No, that's not correct. There are more active volcanoes along constructive margins than destructive. No, that's not correct. There are many active volcanoes around the edge of the Pacific Ocean. That could be correct. Let me just check D to make sure. Active volcanoes are found along the eastern side of North and South America. No, that's not correct. So the correct answer here is C. I'm going to put a cross through the box there. Perfect. Next question. Describe the movement of plates along plate margin X. So I'm looking at plate margin X, and I can see that the plates are coming together. They are colliding. So let's write down. So write down what I write, guys. Plates are coming together. Colliding. One plate, which will obviously be the oceanic, is subducted under the other. Perfect. Right, so here we go. Got another figure, figure two. So go straight to the key. So we've got the mid-Atlantic ridge. We've got direction of plate movements. Volcanoes are the triangles. The capital city is by the black dots. Here it says rate of plate movement is 2.5 centimeters per year. Amazing. Okay, question. Using figure two, this here. How long will it take for the plates to move 100 meters? Shade one circle only. So obviously, guys, we've got this information here, 2.5 centimeters. So you've got to do a bit of mass. So it's going to be 4,000 years. Perfect. Well done. Okay. Next one. So using figure two and your own understanding, suggest how plate movements cause tectonic hazards in Iceland. Now, key point here, you have to refer to figure two and you have to refer to your own understanding. Just make sure it focuses. There we go, it's better. Right, let's go for it. If two plates move apart, magma rises to the Earth's surface in the form of a volcano. Full stop. Earthquakes can occur along fault lines usually these are low magnitude, but according to figure two, some earthquakes can be above 6 on the Richter scale. Hazards include huge amounts of volcanic ash, glacial floods caused by heat from volcanic activity, lava flows, mud flows, which are known as lahars, Figure 2 shows that Iceland lies on a plate margin molten lava from beneath the Earth's surface rises up to form volcanoes such as the eruption good luck with the spelling on that one. I was referring to the volcano in 2010. Plate margins are moving at an average of 2.5 centimeters per year, leading to earthquakes. So the reason the answer is good, everyone, is because number one, I've referred to figure 2 a few times, and there's loads of my own understanding, my geographical understanding throughout this. So I've made it very clear how plate movements can cause different tectonic hazards in Iceland. And I've also thrown in an example there as well. Right, next question.
Guys, I'm interrupting your geography lesson for 60 seconds only. Stay with me, listen to me. You're probably watching this video now because you are studying at GCSE Geography. Am I right? Yes? Good. Now, are you struggling with your revision? Do you not know what to revise? Are you struggling with structure, with time management, with exam skill? If any of these things apply to you with your revision, help is at hand. Presenting a brand new online tuition platform designed to help every school pupil towards exam success in their GCSE Geography. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the Genius Geography Guide. If you would like further details about this amazing online platform, click on the link below this video and all the details will be there. Now back to your video.
So, study figure 3, a graph showing a variation in average global temperatures between 1880 and 2017. So we've got the average temperature here. Take your time, read this one, guys. But let's just go through to the statements. The correct answer for this one is C. The 15 hottest years were all recorded between 1995 and 2017, according to this graph. Okay, a question at the bottom of the page, 1.6. Give one natural cause of changes in global temperatures. So there's a few that you could choose from here, but we're going to go with changes in volcanic activity. You could also have sunspot activity or orbital changes as well. Question 1.7. Two pieces of evidence other than the change in global temperature that show climate change has taken place. Okay, so let's start with shrinking ice sheets, glaciers, reduced Arctic sea ice. And also, we've got desertification, process where land is turning into desert due to increased drought. Question 1.8. Explain how the increasing use of fossil fuels and changes in agriculture may have contributed to global changes in temperature. Right, here we go. Fossil fuels account for over 50% of global greenhouse gases. Emissions. Full stop. Burning fossil fuels such as coal releases carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Full stop. Fossil fuels are in demand due to increasing population, producing food, uses fossil fuels in the production of fertilizer and pesticides, and in transporting full stop. Changing forest cover to farmland also releases greenhouse gases. Full stop. Increases in meat, dairy, and rice production create more methane. So let me just check the answer. I have talked about the use of fossil fuels and changes in agriculture. So I've done both of those. Perfect. Right, let's go to the next question. So obviously we need to use figure 4 for these questions. So take the time to get yourself familiar with that particular figure. And we're going to go straight into question 1.9. So using figure 4, describe the track of Hurricane Irma between 6th of September and 12th of September. Here we go. So we've got to use data from the image. That's really important. Right, let's go for it. Its movement from the 6th of September was in a north-west direction. Full stop. New sentence. It passed to the north of Puerto Rico Dominican Republic and Cuba. It reaches landfall over Florida and moves to Georgia. Question 01.10. Using figure 4, what happened to the wind speed of the Hurricane Irma between the 8th and 12th of September? So once again, you need to use figure 4. The wind reduced. It fell from a category 5 dropped from over 252 kilometers per hour. Okay, good guys, well done. So once again, you've got to use the information from the figure. Really important. Okay, give one reason why the wind speed of a tropical storm hurricane may change as it reaches land. So we're going to go with it loses its source of energy, i.e. warm water. You could also say that there's going to be slower movement due to winds in contact with land or rough terrain. But we only need one, so he's only asking for one reason. So there it is. Right, let's turn the page, go to our next question. Right, big question, guys, this one. So here we're going to take a little bit of time together on this particular figure because we are going to have to refer to this most certainly. So study figure 5, a news report and photographs showing the effects of Hurricane Irma on the Dutch island of St. Martin. Figure 5. Hurricane Irma hit several islands in the Caribbean on 6th of September 2017 with devastating consequences for the local population. On St. Martin, it has so far resulted in 8 deaths. Officials say that 95% of the island has been destroyed and the international airport and harbour have been seriously damaged. Power, running water and most communications have been knocked out by this powerful storm. And we've got this very shocking photograph. This is in black and white. Your picture will most likely be in colour. But we can see quite clearly, even with my black and white photograph, a large area of land has been flooded. We've got transport being affected, buildings have been affected. Those are people's homes, those are people's businesses. This is very, very devastating. Okay, let's go to the question. So assess the extent to which tropical storms have effects on people and the environment. So let's break that down. So it's assess the extent. Firstly, we're talking about people, and we've got to refer to the environment in this answer. Now we've got to use figure 5, which is up above, and we must use an example we have also studied. Most of you, I suspect, will have studied Typhoon Haiyan, but many of you across the UK will be studying different tropical storms. So make sure you use the appropriate storm that you have studied in your lessons with your geography teacher. Right, here we go, guys. Let's write this together. To a large extent, tropical storms such as Typhoon Haiyan in the Philippines and Hurricane Irma, shown by figure 5, Typhoon Haiyan killed 6,300 people, caused 600,000 people to be displaced. Destroyed. Let's take the camera up here now. $40,000 homes. Full stop. It impacted the fishing industry by destroying 30,000 fishing boats. Let's now also refer to figure 5 as well. Figure 5 shows Hurricane Irma. Figure 5 shows Hurricane Irma killed 8 people and damaged the international airport and harbour. Full stop. Which would impact the economy. So there's a lot of social impacts there. So let me just real quickly refer to this. So we've used the term to a large extent. So we're linking this to the exam question, assess the extent, to a large extent. Tropical storms such as Typhoon Haiyan in the Philippines and Hurricane Irma shown by figure 5. Now, Typhoon Haiyan killed 6,300 people, caused 600,000 people to be displaced, destroyed 40,000 homes, impacted the fishing industry by destroying 30,000 fishing boats. So that's my own case study. Figure 5 shows Hurricane Irma killed 8 people, damage to the international airport and harbour, which would impact the economy. Loads of things there, and I've spoken about my own case study and I've referred to the figure. So now we're going to talk about the environment as well. However, tropical storms also have a great impact on the environment. Full stop. Typhoon Haiyan caused widespread coastal flooding due to a storm surge, full stop. This flooded agricultural land full stop, over 400 millimeters of rainfall contributed to the flooding which led to landslides, another environmental issue. Now we've got to refer to figure 5. Figure 5 also shows large areas of landscape in St. Martin are flooded. Which would cause widespread disruption. Now, for this 9 marker, you cannot get above 7 marks if you do not include a conclusion. So in conclusion, tropical storms such as Typhoon Haiyan and Hurricane Irma impact both people and the environment greatly. We'll stop. Right, well done, guys. So turn the page. We now go on to question 2, the living world. So take your time with this one. So study figure 6, a world map showing some global ecosystems. We have temperate deciduous forest, tropical rainforest, hot desert. Might be a bit harder to see with my map because it is in black and white, but you should have a rough idea of where these biomes are. Tropical rainforest obviously is along the equator. You've got your desert in northern Africa, etc. Okay, so once again, go through a process of elimination with these answers, but we're just going to go straight for the correct answer, which is B. The largest single area of tropical rainforest is in South America, which is the only true statement out of those 4 statements. Next one. Okay, outline one reason for the distribution of tropical rainforests. So distribution is referring to the location of tropical rainforests. So here we go. High temperature, and heavy seasonal rain create ideal conditions for the growth of vegetation all year round. So I refer to temperature and vegetation and rainfall. Very important. Temperature and rainfall. Right. Next question. Right. Study figure 7. A typical climate graph for one global ecosystem. And obviously, just to quickly break down a climate graph for you. 3 axes: precipitation is here, temperatures here, months of the year. The bars will always refer to precipitation. Normally, these are coloured in blue. The line is always referring to temperature. That's normally red or orange. There's not no guarantee of that, but just remember bars, rainfall, line, temperature. Okay. And when taking a reading, make sure you read off the correct axes and make sure you put in the correct units after you write something down. Simple as that. So we've got, look here. Which global ecosystem is most likely to have the temperature and precipitation pattern shown in figure 7? So the correct answer for this one is tundra. There shouldn't be any surprise, with temperatures in the minuses down here. This should be quite obvious. Okay, but once again, these kind of questions go through a process of elimination first. Really important. Right. Question 2.4. State the minimum temperature shown in figure 7. So the minimum temperature on this graph is minus 30 degrees. Very cold. Question 2.5. Give one reason why polar regions have low temperatures throughout the year. Here we go. The low angle of the sun means energy is more dispersed. Less concentrated on the Earth's surface. Perfect. Right, next question. Okay, question 2.6. So using figure 8, the 2 photographs you can see on the opposite page, which are showing different parts of a tropical rainforest. Explain how development in tropical rainforests creates economic advantages, but at a cost to the environment. Here we go. The development of land for mining, comma, commercial farming and energy leads to jobs such as construction and farming. This leads to more tax being paid to the government. This leads to greater investment in education, healthcare, and infrastructure. Full stop. Forest is cleared for cattle grazing. So large companies can make a profit. The exporting of palm oil in Malaysia supports the national economy. Development of HEP, hydroelectric power, attracts investment from TNCs. However, deforestation can lead to soil erosion, evidenced by figure 8. Image shows deep gullies have formed on sloping land with water cutting into the surface. Picture 2 shows mining operations which has damaged the landscape. In conclusion, short-term economic gain has led to long-term environmental damage. So first part of the answer, I'm referring to the economic advantages. I then used the word however, and I'll start talking about the environmental damage, and I've summed it up with a conclusion at the end. Well done, guys. Okay, study figure 9, a photograph of part of an ecotourism scheme in the Amazon rainforest, Brazil. Once again, your image will be much clearer, guys, because it will be in color. Using figure 9, suggest how ecotourism can help in managing tropical rainforests sustainably. So once again, you've got to use figure 9. You must refer to it. Figure 9 shows a small scale tourist development having little impact on the rainforest. Wooden lodges are made from resources from the local area. Question 2.8. So explain how either international hardware agreements or selective logging can encourage the sustainable management of tropical rainforests. So for this question, guys, we're going to refer to this one here, international hardwood agreements. The international tropical timber agreement ensures that wood from tropical areas is legally sourced. So the International Tropical Timber Agreement ensures that wood from tropical areas is legally sourced. Okay, well done, everyone. Right, straight over to 2.9. Big question here, 9 markers. So choose one of the following environments. Now, guys, I'm going to have to make a choice here. For the purpose of this video, we are going to refer to cold environments. Okay, if you have studied hot desert environments and you want some support with that, get yourself onto the Genius Geography Guide, which is an online geography platform. The link for that is below this video, or check out my other hot desert environment videos on this YouTube channel. They will help you. Right, cold environments. Using a case study, to what extent have opportunities for economic activity been developed in your chosen environment? To what extent have opportunities for economic activity been developed in your chosen environment? Here we go. I'm going to go straight in with my case study. In Svalbard, the opportunities for development are significant. There has been an increase in the fishing industry in the Barents Sea. and an increase in the mining sector. Full stop. Both have increased international trade. Full stop. The development of energy has attracted investment from TNCs. Full stop. This has created job opportunities. In the secondary and tertiary job sector. The development, new sentence, of tourism in the tertiary sector has increased higher paying jobs for local people. However, we're now going to provide some balance to this. However, in Svalbard, which is the tundra, the temperature is only minus 25 degrees Celsius. Which slows down economic development. By making it more challenging for construction and the development of services such as electric and water. Stop. Svalbard is remote and challenging to travel to, which reduces tourist numbers. Now I'm going to write the conclusion, guys, on the next page because I've got some space here. In conclusion, there is significant opportunity for economic development in Svalbard, but physical factors such as temperature and location have slowed economic development down. So just to review what we've just done there. So here we've looked at all the ways Svalbard is developing. We've then balanced it by talking about all the challenges slowing down that level of development. And we've then referred back to the question in our conclusion and provided a nice balance at the end. Okay, next question.
Guys, I'm interrupting your geography lesson for 60 seconds only. Stay with me, listen to me. You're probably watching this video now because you are studying at GCSE Geography. Am I right? Yes? Good. Now, are you struggling with your revision? Do you not know what to revise? Are you struggling with structure, with time management, with exam skill? If any of these things apply to you with your revision, help is at hand. Presenting a brand new online tuition platform designed to help every school pupil towards exam success in their GCSE Geography. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the Genius Geography Guide. If you would like further details about this amazing online platform, click on the link below this video and all the details will be there. Now back to your video.
Right, we're going to jump, ladies and gentlemen, over to question 3.6. The questions before that, there's 4 questions we've just missed out. They are referring to the figure 10 and figure 11, which is the resource insert which you will need for those questions. We're not going to do it for this purpose of this video. That will be looked at in another video where we're looking at exam skill using a paper insert from an exam. So we're going to dive straight into question 3.6. So explain how a coastline of headlands and bays forms and changes over time. So here we go. A coastline is made up of bands of hard and soft rock. The softer rock is eroded away faster, full stop. This forms bays and hard rock headlands. Headlands can be eroded to form features such as caves, natural arches, stacks, and stumps. Full stop. Also, the cliffs on the headland wear back, a wave cut platform, may develop. Full stop. Okay. Right, coastal management schemes are effective in protecting the coastline from physical processes. Do you agree? Using an example, explain your answer. Okay, here we go. Yes, I do agree because strategies such as a sea wall are effective by deflecting wave energy back into the sea. Riprap, large boulders of granite are effective at absorbing wave energy. Full stop. Gabions are cheaper than other methods and absorb wave energy and support drainage from cliffs. Full stop. They can also fit into the natural environment as they can become vegetated. Groins are effective at preventing the process of long shore drift. Now I'm going to provide a little bit of balance just below this. Although these management schemes are effective, none of them are perfect. As they all have issues, such as a seawall, being expensive. Gabions do not last a long time. And groins always need to be replaced. So I have said, yes, I do think it's effective here. And I've referred to different sea defenses and said why they're good. Either they're deflecting wave energy, they're absorbing wave energy, they're fitting into the natural environment, etc. I've then just provided a little bit of balance here to say, although they are effective, they're not perfect. Okay? Right, guys, well done. So next question we are going to be referring to is question 4.5. So once again, just like before, the questions before that are skills based and you need the insert from the paper to do those. There will be another video on the insert for exam papers. Do check that out. I also cover skill-based geography at the Genius Geography Guide. The link to that website is below this video. Check that out. It will also help. Right, describe one feature of the meander at Y on figure 13. So figure 13, not the clearest, is in black and white, but we can see the meander here. We can see Y on this inside bend, and obviously it's quite clearly there's a build-up of deposition, sediment being built up there because the flow of the river is slower. So describe one feature of the meander at Y on figure 13. It appears to be a slip of slope on the inside bend due to deposition. Appears to be a slip of slope on the inside bend due to deposition. If you're wondering what a slip of slope is, if I just draw a cross section of a meander, okay, there's our cross section. This right here is the outside bend. This is the inside bend. Okay, so on the inside bend, we're going to have loads of deposition just building up here, which is what we can see on that picture. And the reason they call it a slip of slope is because you could literally walk into the river down this slope here. You couldn't do it on the outside bend because obviously you've got a bit of a river cliff and a bit of a drop with deeper water. So that's a slip of slope caused by deposition, the dropping of sediments. Right, next one. 4.6. Explain how river meanders may change over time. Water flows fastest on the outside bend of the river, where the channel is deeper and there is less friction. Full stop. Lateral erosion results in undercutting of the riverbank and the formation of a steep sided river cliff. The development of meanders is due to both erosion and deposition. Material is deposited on the inside. I'm not too sure why I left a line there. Deposited on the inside bends to create a slip off slope. Full stop. Over time, meanders change shape and move across the flood plain. Well done, guys. Okay, so study figure 14, flood hydrographs for two different streams after the same storm. So we've got peak rainfall, we've got peak discharge, and obviously the time in between each one is known as the lag time. Okay. So differences in the shape of the flood hydrographs are caused by both human and physical factors. Do you agree? Here we go. I agree with the statement figure 14 shows Ostwick Beck has a short lag time, which can be caused by physical factors such as steep landscape and impermeable rock type, leading to less infiltration and faster surface runoff. A short lag time, as shown by figure 14, can also be caused by human factors such as deforestation and urbanization, which both decrease just going to jump up here, the level of infiltration and increase surface runoff. There is a long lag time at Clapham Beck of 18 hours. Once again, I'm referring to figure 14 and taking data from the graph, which can be caused by rural landscape which is permeable and a lack of human activity. So once again, in this question, you have to refer to this figure. You then got to obviously link back to the statement, do you agree with it, and explain why you agree with it, referring to both physical and human factors throughout. Right, the last section is glaciation. We're not going to answer that section because in section C, you've only got to answer 2 sections, which is going to be rivers and coasts for this particular paper. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that has been very useful going through these questions with you. Once again, do check out the other videos on the YouTube channel. They will make a difference and they will help you.